Hey guys, it's Jose and Asjad. Today we are going to talk about security misconfiguration, number 6 in the OWASP top 10. To start up, what is security misconfiguration? A security misconfiguration is simply failing to implement all the security controls, such as having default accounts, unprotected data, unused pages, and etc. across all the servers of an application. Intruders will then be able to exploit these to gain access to the system data or functionalities. And security misconfigurations can happen at any level of an application stack. These include frameworks, application servers, web servers, database servers, or the platform of the application. So why should you care? Because you may face a lot of threats from certain individuals, such as anonymous external attackers. This threat agent could range from your enemies and rivals to people who may just want to terrorize your application. Another threat agent would be a user with an account trying to compromise the system. In this case, it could be an employee in your company or anyone that deserved to have an account in your application. To understand the security misconfiguration's vulnerability, we will look at examples on how an attacker may approach a vulnerability. First off, the vulnerability in this case involves default accounts and passwords. An attacker may log in with a known default user and password, providing the attacker with unauthorized access to features and information in the application. Secondly, another vulnerability is having unnecessary features. In this example, we can see that a feature showing which account uses this password exists and is enabled in this website. An attacker can use this vulnerability to find user credentials, then log in using the user credentials he or she has gathered accordingly. In this next point, the vulnerability is showing stack traces in your application. If an application shows stack traces, it may be overly informative, which might reveal the exact error. Just like in the image, it shows that the error happened exactly in line 9, or it might show the version of a component that is being used. An attacker might be able to attack the application on the specific error, or the attacker can figure out if a component software version has any known vulnerabilities and use it to infiltrate the application. Another vulnerability could be not enabling a recently updated security feature. As shown in the second image, Windows security was successfully updated, but unfortunately it wasn't enabled. The attacker could possibly send a malware that an old version could even protect the system from, but will unfortunately not be able to protect the system because there is no security enabled. Next, this vulnerability focuses on insecure data values. In some frameworks such as ASP.NET, it is not by default required to set a secure flag on the cookies. This will allow the submission of cookies in unencrypted HTTP connections, resulting in the cookies being transmitted in clear text when requesting cookies in any HTTP connections, allowing attackers that can read the network traffic to be able to impersonate the victim with the obtained cookie. Now we are going to be talking about the vulnerabilities of outdated software. To begin with, an outdated software will most likely have less security against ransomware attacks, malware, and data breaches. Additionally, it may contain more bugs and known vulnerabilities that an attacker can use to make a backdoor into your system.
Impact. What is the impact of security misconfigurations? The system can be compromised without the application owner noticing anything. Attackers can get unauthorized access, disrupt data in multiple ways, such as data can be modified, data can be stolen, or confidential data can be exposed. Prevention. Now we are going to be talking about how to prevent security misconfigurations. We are now going to start with changing default account password. As we mentioned in the previous slide, an unchanged default account password is not secure. It's a must that you change the password so that an attacker will not be able to access said account. Next, we have encrypting data. Encrypting your data will disallow attackers that can read network traffic from accessing your transmitted data. You can encrypt your data by setting require SSL on true on your cookies to make their values secure. Third, To prevent stack traces from showing, design an error page. Make this error page show up every time an error is encountered, but make sure not to make it overly informative that shows what exactly the error. This will prevent the attacker from finding out any errors, bugs, component versions, etc. This will probably be used to infiltrate the system. Fourth, it's essential to review and update configurations appropriate to all security nodes. This is prevent misconfigurations when updating security softwares, such as unknowingly disabling the security after updating. The fifth point is keeping software up to date. It's recommended to create a schedule dedicated to patching and updating the software. This will keep the software up to date and will have less bugs. And it's gonna prohibiting the attacker from easily making a backdoor into your system. Lastly is the removal of unnecessary features. Uninstalling and deleting unused files, components, documentation, samples, and other more. Withhold the attacker from using these features to infiltrate this website. For example, having a feature that will show which user owns a password. In this case, it's very important not to install anything that will not be used because it may end up being used against you. So, in conclusion, security misconfiguration is number 6 on the list of critical web application security risks, and it can happen at any level of an application stack, so it should be taken seriously. And here is our references page. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.